Hello. So I hope you are liking this series of videos. I want to create a very simple and very easy project just to show how what all we can do. And this is random colors. This demo is called random colors. The background is changing its colors randomly, and we have got some text written on it. Okay, just let's look at the code, and you can see this is the code for the text and this is the background random color. Anyways, so let's get back to our uh, folder in which we are making our projects, and the same we just have one HTML page which has got a canvas element and it has got an ID of Bilza, and we have linked a main.js file to it, which at the moment is empty. We just have got Bilza library imported. We have conf factory, component factory, and SSL function. Okay, so let's create the engine, and as usual, just give it the name of the canvas, and it should occupy, let's say, 80% of the screen width. Now, uh, background object is already loaded. Build dot background. So this object is already loaded by default for us. We can even stop it from loading, but that is a little advanced. So it has a property called color, and this color has a random uh, method, and uh, this this will give convert the colors to random colors. So the start time, let's give it start time to end time, let's say 20, and now after how many frames do we want to change the color? Let's put it 30. Let's see what does it do. That's it. Build dot start. Let's see. Just these three lines of code, what we can do with that. Nothing. Oh, favicon and favicon is okay. Oh, sorry. So we need something for this to run. Like I've mentioned this before that uh, this background uh, uh, component, this is kind of an always on mode. So we need some component for the animation to run. So const let create a text. Text is equal to component factory dot text. In fact, let's try raw text. So I'll explain the difference between text and raw text. So let's give it some content. This is raw text, and it would need a color. So HSL, and give it 240, 150, or 50. And now build dot insert dot add text from 0 to 60. So now, since we have added this, now the duration of animation is 60 seconds. Before that, here it was 0. So there was nothing for it to run. Background is loaded by default as always on. I hope you remember it from the previous one. So let's watch it again. Now that We have this raw text. Now, let me check it. There's some problem. Yeah, I think we are back. So, actually, there is no problem. It just took a little time to refresh. Let me add, to remove the confusion, let me add the counter. Const counter is equal to component factory dot frame counter, and we can leave the color since it is optional. Build dot insert dot. Now we will use the always on and add the counter to it so that we do not get confused. Now the background will start changing random colors after completion of 2 seconds. So let's see. Let's refresh it again. Okay, so it is. Let's move the counter to towards right. So counter.x.set. Let's move it to 70%. Okay, so that is good. Now let's talk a little about this raw text. Raw text is different from normal text component in such that the width of raw text is treated as font size, whereas the width in text component is in proportion canvas area. So if the width of text component is 30, it is 30% of the canvas width. But in case of raw text, width is equal to 30 means that the font size is 30. So that is the main difference. I hope I have not confused it more. But let's see. X dot width dot set like 80. Okay. Okay. So if this was text component and not raw text, 80% would mean that it would take 80% of the canvas width. But in this case, 80 is just the uh, font size. Okay, let me animate this text a little. Let's say we set the size to 10, okay? And then text dot width dot animate. Just like any other property, we can animate the width, and let's start it exactly at the same time when uh, the background start changing it colors and the same time, and we will take it from 10 to 80%. So let's see what does it do now. So now they both start at the same time, and uh, the text is increasing in font size, which is denoted by its width, whereas the colors are changing, and this will continue up to 20 seconds, after which the animation will continue, but the overall the video will continue, but the animation of the background text, of the background colors and the text has ended. So it will continue till 60 seconds and then stop. If we add more components into it and the ending time of those components is more than 60, then the animation will adjust itself accordingly. So I hope you like this, and please do let me know about your feedback. Thank you.